Hello, it's November, what is it, 10th? 9th, 10th, something like that. It's Friday night. It's cold outside. The wind is blowing and it's 20 degrees. What you're looking at here is NGC 225 in Cassiopeia. And I have going here the most ultimate observing experience. I'm sitting in the dining room. The heat is on, I'm warm, I'm comfortable. And right here is my laptop imaging from the ATIK, which is outside the dining room, attached to my 8-inch Orion. And I'm sitting here in splendid comfort while the fierce cold and clear sky outside is producing this beautiful image. I don't know what else you can see in here. The room is dimly lit. I got my Tiffany lamp on here, but I have everything I need, and this is just the ultimate in observing comfort and perfection. I can take it as long as I want to develop the image. I don't. My hands aren't cold. I'm not freezing. What am I doing? This is about the 17th stack image. So that's when that reaches 18. It'll be. Yeah, there it is. 18. That's 9 minutes from this exposure. I'll let it go to 20. That's probably good enough for this object. Then I'm going to move to Gamma Cassiopeia. But I just wanted to record this momentous thing. This is the first time I've done this. I do it when I'm remote. I sit in the car while the telescope is outside. But this is a whole new dimension in comfort. The only problem is I'm limited in my view of the sky. The telescope is up against the north side of the building here, so I can't see into the south at all. But this time of year, that's fine, because all the good objects are overhead in Cygnus and Cepheus and Cassiopeia. Wow. So I'll come back when I'm doing something else. I got the Gamma Cassiopeia nebulas in here now. This is IC63. And then up here we have the other one, IC59. That's a little bit more subtle here, but coming out very nicely. This is really working well. Here's M32, seen with the Andromeda Galaxy as a backdrop there. This is very nice. It was windy out. I don't know if it's still windy, but I'm getting pretty stable images here. Here's something from the Sharpless catalog, number 188. Kind of a nice, subtle little emission nebula. It's very nice. Things are working well with this setup here. I'm very pleased. Okay, it's the next morning. Here's what's left of my setup. It's the mount is outside. As you can see, I took the telescope in, but not the mount. And I brought a few other peripherals in as well. But here's my arrangement. I'm going through the hole in the window where I had some dry rot, and it's big enough hole now that I can get the controller through. And I had the laptop set up on this basket, and I found this to be a really nice way to handle the observations. The sun is just starting to come up now. It's 19 degrees out there. First real cold day we've had. And oh, it was 22 last night, and the wind was blowing, so I was happy to be inside. Unfortunately, and I think I mentioned this last night, is that where the telescope is, I cannot see as far south as the celestial equator, which means that I can only do northern stuff. But it was pretty good last night. There were a lot of objects, and I'm going to process those pictures now. Here are some of the results from last night processing the pictures. This is M52, nice open cluster up in Cassiopeia. And this is the bubble nebula, NGC 7635. Here's a good color rendered version of it. Very nice exposure. That was like 20 minute exposure. Okay, here's another shot of the Gamma Cassiopeia Nebula. You can see part of the star there too, and this is the other part of that nebula. This is IC59. Down here is IC63. Both came out rather well. This is NGC 281, called the Pac-Man Nebula. Pretty good color. Here's that finished shot of Sharpless 2 188. Here's a good one. Here's M76. Pretty interesting. I've got pretty good resolution on that. Planetary Nebula in Perseus. And this is a shot of what I like to do best, these galaxy groupings. With my Sky Safari, I can identify galaxies down to about 18th magnitude, and I can usually get them in the exposures too. And this is an old favorite, NGC 891, up in Andromeda. Nice edge-on spiral. And here's the old double cluster in Perseus. That's actually two exposures. I put them together. Yeah, nice cluster, nice and bright. It's a kind of interesting object that I never really paid much attention to before. It's NGC 352. Nice face-on spiral, way up in high declination. Here's another rendition of it, different process, a little more subtle on the detail. Well, that's it. That's what I'm able to do from my newly contrived indoor observatory. Things work out very nicely, and I'll be doing a lot more of that. And until it comes time to look into the south, then I've got to go remote.